Hi, welcome, welcome. Thanks for coming back for take two with this card. I guess our internet just went down for I don't know exactly what happened, but some kind of technical difficulty. So thanks for coming back on. I am Kelly Pitts, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Lubbock, Texas since 2005. And today we're going to with the True Blue Florals paper, the designer series paper from Stampin' Up! That's our product of the month for December. So we don't know how much longer it's going to last. So I want to get some fun cards in before it's gone. But if you want a chance to get it, you can place a $75 order with me. Get the opportunity to purchase the DSP that is the product of the month for only $5. And usually it's $12. So thanks for tuning in. I'm excited that you're here, whether you're watching live on Facebook or live on YouTube or watching the replay of take two of this card. So thanks again for tuning in, and we're going to play with the card a little. We started and got to this point, and then we'll keep going with this card. How about that? Okay, the original size. Let's switch the camera over so you can see the full screen. We've got a piece of 5.5 by 7.5, so an inch is off. It's usually 8.5 when you get it. It's scored at 1 inch and 4 1/4. And this is all pixelated again, and I don't know what's causing this. It is very irritating. I'm trying to send a message to see if they can help. But I doubt they're going to give me a... Let's see. I'm doing my little thing with StreamYard real quick and see if I can get them to something. We're going to try this really quickly for bearing with me while I do this, because I don't know what's causing this. It seems to keep happening. So I want to do something about it if I can with the request. Help now. That will get us some response. Talk to us while we're on the air or not. Okay, 5.5 by 7.5, scored at 1 inch, 4 1/4. And we will fold that back with our, get that even on the sides. And we'll score that both ways. Now we're gonna, that's gonna be folded back. So this one is, it opens like that. So I'm gonna even this up right here. Instead of just depending on the score line where it was, I'm going to even it up on the edges first and then burnish the score line, because we want that's even. Because, whoops, let's see. Back that way. Okay, so it folds like that. There we go. That's all there is to that fold. So you've got a fold. On, and I'm just going to use this stamp and seal. If you prefer your liquid glue, that works. You just have to make sure it doesn't go over this score mark here. So it's easier, I think, to put it on the back of the DSP. And the DSP is 4 by 5 1/4. Okay. Then I took the, so you don't have to watch the first video. You'll still know what I did on this first card. A little piece that I recut. Not, I will just explain it. Trebles. So much. This is texture from the Whispers of Texture paper. With a, it's kind of more of a linen or canvas kind of finish, and one has a stripe finish. And I don't see the one I just cut. A lot of this out of the way, and don't see it. So you'll just brush, just kind of took it. It's kind of cool with the texture. Oh, I found it. Hoorah! Okay, I'll scratch paper out. When it we are just going to take our balmy blue, and I'm sorry the screen looks like this. I do about, like I said, I'm trying to get hold of StreamYard. I don't know if it's our internet or what it is, but get some color on your, and then I would go off onto the scrap paper like I'm doing here. And then let that texture pick it up. And we want it heavier right here behind where we're going to have the little happy birthday greeting. We want that to be blue because our greeting is white. So we want it to show up against this background. So we'll just have a little bit of this. You'll have it faded in different areas. Okay. And this is, that's textured with the Textured Notes die. See if I can get that up there. Well, sorry. Don't know what to do about it. Certainly not today. See if I can get somebody out here, I guess. Okay, so that's what went on the front. Right there. That's all I did. And that's as far as we got with the other card. Now that I'm going to go ahead and do. And I've already stamped happy birthday from the right words, this stamp set. And it is out of the 25. I do not know why I did. So sorry. I don't know if I'm finishing the video or not with it this pixelated. Okay, I guess I'm just going to keep going. Okay, we will grab our Stampin' Pierce mat. And stamp the other inside greeting from the right words that I was using earlier for the front. Let's go ahead and stamp that so we can get all this out of the way. Celebrating every single day. This is in Night of Navy. I'm going to do that kind of here. I'm going to kind of do it upper left, toward the left over there. And then I'm going to stamp some flowers from the Petals of Beauty. Well, I don't know if they're flowers or buds or seed packets or I don't know what they are really. But we're going to stamp those in balmy blue, kind of at the bottom right to tie in. Or I'm going to go off the page with the stem and a little bit of the flower bud part. Give it some time. Make sure I've got even pressure. Isn't that pretty? And it'll dry lighter. So we'll have a little bit of room to write. Decide if I want to add an extra white piece so you have more room to write. But we are just going to stick with this way. Whoops, I haven't even finished the front. Sorry. Okay, I think stamp now that I'm going to stamp. So we will just glue the center part in. This is 3 inches by 4 1/4. And I'm just going to use liquid glue on that one. You could use your seal if you prefer. Let me know in the comments. Do you prefer liquid glue or do y'all like the tape? Seal people or liquid glue people? Just wondering what your preference is. I kind of use both for different things and use tear and tape sometimes and use glue dots. I just kind of use it all. But I'm frugal, whichever way you want to look at it. And so I use liquid glue quite a bit when I can, especially if I need to be able to move it, wiggle it around a little bit. Isn't that pretty? And this paper again is the True Blue Florals, which is only available. Dang, and I was thinking about adding some ribbon around that. Let's see if I can still do that or not. Yes, see, with that liquid, I was able to get that up. Okay, we're going to just see if we like this. No, not really. Doesn't do much for me. So hopefully just stick that back down. That'll be fine. Side, we're going to put one on the outside, so we'll let's look at whether or not we might want this here or not. We could do that down the side. I'm not crazy about it, and I don't have that much of the. I think we're just going to do this for now, and if we do this, we can. I just don't know. I cleaned my camera lens right before we went on the air. If it's causing this, I don't think so. We'll see if that does anything. No. But I don't see, if it's on the internet, it seems like my other, which you can see here, is clear. So if anybody has any ideas of what would make this one pixelate and the other one not, please let me know, because it's very frustrating and I'm not good at this. But just card making. Love it. All. Okay. I'm thinking that this would be just beautiful. I just think that's very dramatic. Just that. Not having to add anything else. Y'all could add something else up here if you wanted, but I like this just by itself and with that showing. This will be like when you knit this way. So you'll have the front, which we haven't finished, and that folds back. You'll see this piece, and then you'll open it up and see that. How pretty. Okay. And y'all let me know if this is not as pixelated looking for y'all as it is for me. Hopefully it's not, or you wouldn't still be probably, but thank you if you were paying attention and doing that through the not being able to see very well. Let's see here. Just trying to. Adhesive sheets would be the way to go on this. Of course, I didn't know what I was going to be doing for sure. I'm just going to kind of put it at a little angle like that and do that flat. As simple as that. Okay, now we're going to take our little, this is another one that I stamped on the earlier video. I stamped it with balmy blue on balmy blue cardstock. And this one is cut out of Night of Navy, and these are both from that Petals of Beauty stamp set or bundle. And we're going to pop this up. So, and I'm going to see, I think I'm just going to put maybe a glue dot or nothing. I'm not going to put anything. I'm just going to put it like that. Those, but it's not necessarily stuck down. A glue dot between them here if you wanted to. But I'm going to add a darling little bow that is just so cute out of this little gingham ribbon. And I had them, and now we've lost one in the shuffle. I'm going to be using them. I'm glad I did a second one. Okay, we're going to get back to this one. Then we're going to put some little, we'll just use a side strip or I've got a little bit of my adhesive strips. Just use a side piece of that since I have one right there. And probably shouldn't put it over there. Hold on. So we really just want it right here. So we're going to put it just right there and cut that off. Okay, because this we're going to tuck underneath here. And I'm going to put a little glue dot on the top of this so that it goes underneath this leaf. And stick just right at the very end. And I'm going to kind of stick that underneath that stem and get it over there under that leaf. Let's move it up just a little so it's okay. And I didn't take the backing off, so here we go. Now we can do that off of that strip. Isn't it? I wish you could see it better. I hope you can on the camera here. I guess another day if y'all can. Okay. Well, for today and unfold. And I'm sure you're all looking like this that I don't remember what the funfold was called, but I'll link it in the comments with the supplies later, unless I redo the video. We could also use enrichment. I did not bring any in here, so we're just gonna call it good since it's got so it's a okay. We're gonna change this over. And thank you for watching. Here's the card. If you couldn't see it before, sorry about that. Let's see if I can open it for you. Okay, so it opens. You'll see that, and then you'll open it all the way out to see that. How pretty is that? Yay! A friend of mine's going to get this for her birthday. Yay. Thanks again for tuning in, and please share when there's a video that works right. Sorry about the first effort and tune in again, but thank you very much. have a great day and hope you'll come to a class soon. Check out my website, kellypitts.stampinup.net, and you can find all my link to my calendar and events and everything. So hope you'll. Thanks again. Fun times ahead. Bye. And get your true floral DSP before it's gone. You can get it for $5 with a $75 purchase. Thanks. Bye.